Okay, introducing everyone, new linebackers coach, Darius Eubanks. Open around for questions for Coach Eubanks.
Coach, you inherited a room that has a lot of experience, guys that have played before. How has the adjustment been for you and the whole group?
It's been good. Having a new scheme, there's always going to be a learning curve. But when you got guys that's played a lot of ball, they kind of catch on fast. So it's been a smooth transition. I think we're getting better as players and also as coaches. But I've been enjoying my time here. And like you said, I have a really, really good group. I've been blessed and inherited a really good room.
Cool.
Can you kind of walk us through how you connected with Coach Key and ended up at Georgia Tech?
Everybody kind of knows everybody in the football world. Had never knew Coach Key prior to getting here, but between Coach Key, Coach Gideon, I actually worked with Coach Peoples, secondary coach at Georgia State a couple years ago. Linebackers job came open, and I had just transitioned to coaching linebackers last year at my old stop at Georgia Southern. But again, just word of mouth, and was able to get in front of them and talk, and I got blessed with this opportunity to come be the linebackers coach in Georgia Tech.
How does playing the position and playing at the next level help you when you're coaching young linebackers?
Oh, it helps a lot. It helps a lot. A lot of times you may see me behind the linebacker because I'm trying to see what they're seeing. I can't ask them to do anything that if I can't do it back there behind them. And then having that experience, you kind of got a feel for, okay, this is where I need to train my eyes. This is where I need to put my eyes. This is how I need to take this drop. This is how I need to exit. If we're mugging, this is how I need to take my angle of departure. I think playing a position and being able to coach the same position, kind of gives you a head start.
Jackson.
Not only do you guys have some returning starters coming back, but some new transfers in as well. How do you feel about the depth that y'all have right now?
We got really good depth. Right now, there are no ones and twos. I mix and match, and I throw guys out there. I want everybody feeling comfortable playing with everybody else, but also now you're developing everybody, not just the guy who you may say is your ones. If we got 5 guys I think we can go out there and win with, let's use all 5 guys. That way you have fresher bodies. That way you're out there flying around, swarming to the ball, tackling, executing at a high level, which that is linebacker play, communicating at a high level. But yeah, I think we have really good depth at our room. I'm talking about 5, maybe even 6 guys that I feel comfortable with. But right now it's spring ball, and with a new scheme, so we're just chopping away. All right, chopping away, chop wood, carry water every day.
You have a kid in Butler who played some as a true freshman last year. Do you feel like he's ready to make a big jump from the first year to the second year?
Yes, sir. He played over 100 snaps last year, if I'm not mistaken. So he does have some experience. Not a lot as some of the other guys in the room, but he has a lot of experience. He's a young guy. I think he's 18 now. If I'm not mistaken, he was an early enrollee last year, and he was 17 when he started college. But Tajay, he has a really, really high ceiling. He's 6'2", 225. Maybe when he yesterday asked how much he was, I think he said 225. So I was like, man, look, to be an 18-year-old and look how you do, my job is to simplify the game as much as I can for him so he can really go out there and play fast. I love all my guys, but having that young buck, and it's like just continue to help him progress over the next year, over the next 2 years, over the next 3 years, just see, how far he can go. And with all my guys, I tell them my job is to help you reach your full potential. That's it, your full potential, get the best out of them.
Kelly.
We're going to talk to EJ here in a bit. He was a guy who had been in college for a while but hadn't played until last year, and you kind of saw the progression during the season last year from him. How is he kind of progressing in that middle linebacker spot and trying to develop for you guys?
It's been good. Naturally, I can tell he's a little reserved. Just from when I talk to him off the field. Now, we've gotten better, me being new, building that relationship with him. But being the Mike linebacker, or, in our case, Mike and Don, it doesn't matter. You got to be very vocal on the field. And I do like that he's kind of taken that leadership and been like, hey, I need to go out there and communicate. Because it starts with setting the defense, which we have to do. He's kind of taking that challenge and taking it by stride. So I'm challenging him every day, being that Mike linebacker, the heartbeat of the room. I want you to try to become a leader, be a vocal guy. But he's done a really good job. I'm just, again, excited to help him reach his full potential along with all the other guys. You got Melvin, one of those transfer guys, Kamen, Tajay, Jackson Hamilton. It's just the room, just continue to develop the guys, not just one guy, the whole room.
Chad?
Yeah, I guess this is, your first gig at a major,
Yes, sir.
conference team. Does that change anything for you? Pressure? You do anything different in that regard?
Nothing different. Nothing different. Now I will say, with the new scheme, my first time a part of a scheme quite like this. I've already felt in the first 3 weeks that I'm gonna become a better coach. And that's exciting. So with me becoming a better coach, I mean my players going to become even better players, and I'm going to get the most out of them. But it's been good. Coach Gideon, man, he's done a great job of kind of introducing things to me. I'm able to learn a lot from him. It's a really good staff. Coach Simpson, Coach Pope, learning from the front guys and just trying to put it all together. But at the end of the day, I think I got to do what got me to this point.
The pairings you put on the field out of practice, is that by design, or is it just
Say it again.
the pairings you put together on the field at practice? Is that by design, or is it just,
what? I want these two to go together. Not necessarily by design. I just want each guy to kind of get comfortable working with each other. So if I got one guy that may not feel as comfortable speaking, I'm not going to always put him out there with someone that's making every call. I want both of them to be able to communicate at a high level. So there's really like no certain design, and I kind of mix it up by whatever period we in, whatever rack we're in within that period, just to again get them comfortable. Because it's a long season. It's a long season. I'm not going to try to develop a guy in 1 week when he gets moved up. I'm going to try to. It starts now. So when the season starts, we're all hitting in stride.
Kelly, if you want to wrap us up.
Coach Gideon gets to float around now. It's the benefit of adding guys like yourself on the staff and having
sir.
a larger defensive staff. What has that been like to get kind of that feedback from him and his vantage, being a guy that spent so much of his career working with secondary to help with the linebackers?
No, it's been really good. Prior to last year, I was always a DB coach, and we had to drop our backers a lot here. We're hook players in cover 3, we're curl flat droppers, we're middle run through players, and what other person to learn from as far as coverage than Coach Gideon. I've learned so much in 3 weeks as far as coverage than I have in my prior 6 years. And just continue, again, I think as a coach, you got to continue to try to sharpen yourself as well. But it's been really great, definitely when it comes to the coverage aspect. As you can see, we do a lot of zone drops. If you guys was around my end today, we did every type of zone drop you could do. And then again, I hear Coach say little words like, hey, take a peek, ping pong guys, and those little things that, I never really thought of before coming here, and now I'm saying it every day. But it's a blessing to be able to learn from him, definitely when it comes to the coverage aspect.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank y'all. Thank you.